Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe. Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.
So welcome to the Stephen Shiels Radio Show. Today I've got a guest speaker back on the show again, Sean Sammut. How are ya?
Not too bad, yourself?
Good. How's your week been?
Not too bad. Pretty good, actually.
So this week, I thought we'll touch a bit on video game music and what video games you've been playing and what's your favourite music. So share a bit about your favourite games.
My favourite games at the moment are probably the Pokemon games and the new Spider-Man Miles Morales video game.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man video game, that's quite good as well. I've heard some good reviews about that. What do you like about the music?
The music, pretty good actually. It's just like the tone of the missions and also that suspense to it. Like the storyline and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, well that's it. The music's always got to have a good storyline.
Yes, it does.
And if the music doesn't follow a particular story, that's the hardest.
Yes, that's very true.
I always enjoyed playing Assassin's Creed.
Yes. Assassin's Creed, they're good games. They're always pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? I never liked, Origins, and what was the other one? Oh, crikey. And it was like a 2D game, one. Like Origins to me was one level where you had to I don't know, it was not even halfway through the game, and it'd be a certain level to play past this level, and I'm like, oh, stop it. I just left it.
Yeah, I've found that too with video games as well, Sean. I remember when I think it was Assassin's Creed 3, where that was sort of, it wasn't their best sort of work, but then when Black Flag came out, that was some good shit.
Black Flag was good. That's one of my favourite ones.
Yeah, but why was Assassin's Creed 3 a disaster?
I've got no idea. I don't even say it's on to the gameplay and glitches. But Unity, right? I remember Assassin's Creed Unity, right? The one set during the French Revolution. That came on PS4 in 2014.
Yep.
And it was an absolute disaster in launch day in the first few months. There were bugs everywhere. The game was basically unplayable. People couldn't even play it. I got my PS4 a few months after, around July 2015, and after all the update patches, I played with no problems. Another game that's everyone seems to be bloody on about at the moment is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing pretty bad stuff about that. Last year, PS4 and Xbox One. A man of mine told me that he's read most reviews, and they're saying that the PS4 and Xbox One versions are just glitch fests.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's frustrating in a way, being any video game developer. It's a lot of work that goes in and creativity. And sometimes if, that it's been rushed, then yeah, of course, there's going to be glitches and bugs in the score as well, especially the music. I suppose Black Flag, to me, that was a game that it was good stuff to play.
Yes, it was. It was a good game to play. I mean, I found it fun to play. Look, another good one I liked was Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Yeah, yep.
Because that bridged between explain more about how the Templars had dominance over North America, and it gave you the it showed you more character insights like Achilles.
Mm.
Because you learn that it was through its own stubborn and arrogance that the Assassin's Order pretty much died out of North America.
Yep.
And you understand his reluctance to train Connor was because he didn't want Connor to learn to not make the same mistakes he did.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed. It's got a lot of it's. I found it's very history based.
Yes, it is, based on historical events.
Yeah, and I think, what was the last Assassin's Creed to be played on the PlayStation 3, and then they went to the 4?
Well, Rogue was the last one to be on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, I heard that was quite a long video game, that.
Rogue, it's just average to me,
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. But you know what the good games was I think it was the early ones with you played in like Renaissance. I forget. I think it was Ezio was the character. Yeah, those were the good old days of Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's very historical based as well. But there's other games that I love too, like Hans Zimmer. He wrote the music for Call of Duty. It was Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's some fucking fantastic film score in that, or video game score. And
the Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
How can I put it? They're just, every time I'm playing, I get motion sickness for some strange reason.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own. I mean, it's quite full on. I'm playing Call of Duty Mobile at the moment, online, and I tend to take breaks. But if it's not for you, it's not for you.
That's true.
But there's other games like Battlefield 3. Have you played that?
I haven't played the Battlefield games actually.
It's all about strategy, that. It's not as easy going as Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there was other games I really enjoyed. It was Grand Theft Auto 4, and 5 was the funniest.
Look, I think the best GTA was probably the old ones, like San Andreas, Vice City.
Yeah, San Andreas was quite popular. I remember playing it, I think I was younger, I was a kid, on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And that was quite popular, but then, I played Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PlayStation 3. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy Grand Theft Auto 4. I don't know, I enjoyed 5 more than 4,
Yeah. Yeah, well, 5 was the number one hit.
Well, it's so much of a hit that they were going to release on PS5.
Yeah, I'm always wondering why they're not going to make another Grand Theft Auto. They should, because it's Grand Theft Auto 5. That sold out, I think, when it first got released. And it's still selling today.
Yeah, it's like on Facebook back in the day, when it was just came out, everyone was like putting their photos, their copies on social media. Like, to me, like, the game, right, the way it was, like, designed, you're getting for next gen, and plus, like, some copies requiring, like, 2 CDs, especially on, like, PC.
Yeah, I remember, when I first played Grand Theft Auto 5, I thought, I think it was that Trevor bloke, he was the funniest dude of all time to play as.
Yeah.
Just the craziest stuff he would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you played against I think it was the Harley. You got to play that stealth mission, and then you got to fly the plane as well. That was fun shit.
Yeah, the ending was pretty good, like ending C.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, their online, they've added some stuff to play online as well, which is good.
GTA Online, I think online now, that's what games happening. It's like, it's really advanced, from like the days you had like, plug your Ethernet. Now it's just so easy.
Yeah. Well, video games have come a long way.
They sure have.
I remember the early days of the PlayStation 1. There was no such thing as online gaming back then. There was no... Yeah.
Games starting to pick up a bit.
They did, but there wasn't none of the live streaming that we see on, like, Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was more you played the story mode and then you finished it. You brought another game. Did vice versa. And then PlayStation 3 came out. That's when I heard of, people were starting to play online. But I really feel in the last 5 or 6 years is when people were streaming on YouTube, playing video games. But, it's each to their own. I never really got into online gaming much. If the internet was shit, it was a disaster, especially the ADSL2 modem. Oh my fucking god, that thing was hell.
Yeah, bad internet connections cost a lot of people in the past.
What's that?
Bad internet connections cost a lot of people online gaming,
Oh shit, yeah.
One lag and it stops them up.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. Especially if you're streaming yourself playing on Twitch, and then you got a bad connection. It's a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you finding NBN?
It's not too bad. It's very fast.
It is fast. I've noticed, because we're in a bit of a rural area, that there is some improvements. The ADSL was just shit.
Yeah. I'm not in the city area, it's just... it's... Like, me Dad watching Disney Plus, and it was, very clear.
Yeah, well, that's what you want. I mean... if I'm watching my Netflix, I just use a I think it's a HDMI port on my phone. I don't use a Chromecast to stream. I just switch my mobile data on and do it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I mean, we Australia should have had NBN years ago.
Yeah, but the government just
I know. I remember hearing about that. I think I was like think 16 or 17 years old, I started hearing about the NBN. But for years it was promised, but, you know, like, you look at countries like America, Canada, Europe, they've always been faster on their internet speeds.
Yeah.
Even before NBN came in Australia.
That's what knows. Like, Australia just seems to be what's selling everything.
I know. Well, America had Netflix and Stan way before we did.
Yeah.
Yet, because I use a virtual private network, I watch Netflix on a Canadian server because the Australian just doesn't have the wide variety of shows I want to watch.
Yeah, it's just we seem to get stuff like I remember the days when we used to get stuff like months after the United States or something like that.
Yeah.
Like on Fox, some shows get broadcasted a day after the States.
Mm.
Yeah, we're getting there, but not enough, you know.
I know. I mean, they've always been ahead of us on entertainment. Mm-hmm. Everything's released over there way before we get it, and that sucks. Mm-hmm. You know, and I truly wish we would get ahead in entertainment.
That's true.
You know that?
Yeah, I agree, man. I 100% agree with you.
Mm. And, yeah. It's, you know, it's like, I think, you look at Spotify and Pandora and Apple Music. I remember the days where most people would buy their music. It was well known to buy MP3 tracks. Now we're streaming. You know what? That's going to kill CDs and vinyls. It's slowly killing them, I reckon. It's funny you say that because vinyl's still selling at places like JB Hi-Fi and you look at Sanity is still selling, you know, CDs and DVDs. They're still out there. I'm a bit old-fashioned myself. I still watch DVDs. Yeah, I've got, vinyls. I've got a couple of vinyls myself every now and then, you know. Yeah, I mean, I never really got into vinyl, Sean. I always used CD. But I've found vinyl. It sounds better, in my opinion. Like if you had a good vinyl speaker, there's just something about vinyl that just, you know, you can really just listen to it and appreciate it. Whereas, you know, now if you got an iPhone or an Android, you just, I don't know, you can type Iron Maiden in, you get all their albums. That's true, man. But I suppose Spotify has a purpose as well. Spotify, yeah. You know. And, but I remember the days of, you know, Foxtel as well. Remember Foxtel? Yeah, Foxtel, yeah. And if you wanted to watch a pay-per-view event, you had to buy it. Now, like if you want to watch wrestling, you can just watch it on an app for $13 a month. Yeah, WWE Network, you know. Yeah. Like, pay-per-view, it's like, you know, this one, I mean, for $13 a month, you can watch, you really have the entire issue of WWE in the palm of your hands. Yeah. I mean, and then you think, well, how is it affecting pay-per-view sales because, well, streaming as well? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. The thing is, with WWE Network is I've been on and off my subscription because what? You know, I barely use it. And that's the problem with subscription too, because I've found that myself, especially with Spotify. I'll pay a yearly, but then
Not use it.
yeah, and it's weird because being a musician, well, last thing I want to listen to after the end of the workday is music, for one. Number two, I've got Audible and I listen to other podcasts, so it's nice to listen to some education.
Yeah.
You know, I just might put Spotify on when I'm in the gym, but I'm just thinking, well, I can live without it.
Yeah. Well, don't even agree. I'll come home, we'll work, and just check the results in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I
See
mean,
who won.
we've become a society now where everything's meant to be binge watched.
Yeah.
Like on Netflix, I binged watched Sons of Anarchy and that El Chapo, because it's one of it's one of those shows you just get hooked on. You want to know what's going to happen next. What's your view on binge watching now?
Binge watching, well, it's only really good if you have time to binge watch shit, you know?
Yeah. Because, you come home from work, you're tired, and you can't concentrate. I mean, the way I sort of see it is like, well, it's another way to get people addicted to it. Watching television on the phone. I mean, I found too, like, to schedule my Netflix, maybe just an hour or two a day, and that's it.
Yeah, look,
Big,
but to me, is what I mean. Look, I watch Netflix or my main Disney service I watch, streaming service I watch is for Disney Plus, because
yeah.
I get more value from Disney Plus I do what Netflix.
Mm.
Because there's like lots of good stuff I enjoy,
Mm. Yeah, I mean, each to their own, but the problem I'm finding with, like, streaming television is, like, if there's shows I want to watch, like, the Australia server just doesn't have a wide variety of what I want. Some of the shows on Netflix are a bit dodgy.
To me, like, it's just like, to me, like, the only shows I watch on Netflix is Tiger King,
Yeah.
and the new Transformers ones on Netflix,
Mm. Yeah, I mean, Transformers is good. I remember Transformers with Megan Fox.
Yeah.
That was some good shit.
And I was watching the cartoons when I was younger, way before Megan Fox.
Yeah, but then why did she leave? Because Transformers just wasn't the same ever again.
Well, Michael Bay, parents call Michael Bay Hitler.
You kidding?
Yeah.
He did what?
Yeah, she called him Hitler.
And then what didn't work out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's Hollywood, mate.
Yeah.
But, then you got John Cena. He played in that Bumblebee. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was a good movie.
Yeah.
And then
ironically with Bumblebee, right, if that didn't work out, they were going to make that a prequel to the first Transformers movie.
Yeah.
But then, they got the money they were after, so now they're going to use that as a stepping stone to reboot the franchise.
It'll be a good thing to see.
Absolutely. I mean, like the Michael Bay movies, right? The thing about it was, it had inconsistent storytelling. That was the problem. The storytelling was all over the place.
I know.
It wasn't like Marvel where it followed like a single storyline leading up to the big one. Like, like the Marvel, they made all the movies and led up to like Infinity War and Endgame.
Yep.
Like with them defeating Thanos getting stones.
Like
the first, 1, 2, and 3, Right. So the first one was pretty cool. It was excellent, the first one. Because it showed you, because the CGI for its time was pretty amazing. I mean, the transformations of the Autobots, especially the way they were done well. Even the Autobots and Decepticons, they looked realistic.
Mm.
They looked like, it's just, they would possibly look like real life.
Mm.
Heck, the guy who played Optimus in the 80s cartoon, Peter Cullen, pretty much, played him again for live action movies.
Mm.
And apparently they originally going to give it to Liam Neeson, but
Yep.
then then Cullen auditioned 8 times, and he eventually got the job for Optimus Prime after what? All this so long.
So, who auditioned for eight times for the movie?
The guy who voiced Optimus Prime in the movies
Shit.
had to audition 8 times.
Fucking hell, that's a lot. That's a lot to be auditioning in Hollywood 8 times, because normally if they don't like you, they reject you after the first.
Yeah. But, he voiced Optimus in the original cartoon.
Yeah.
He still, sounded like him after his time anyway.
Yeah.
To me, I would have picked him straight away.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Optimus Prime sounding Irish would have been weird.
Mm.
Maybe Mason would do, be good for another Autobot like Ultra Magnus, or even, the Transformer, their planet Cybertron, or otherwise known as Primus, but an Irishman voicing Optimus wouldn't sit well with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They said, it's just, I don't mean sorry any problems, but that's just my opinion.
Mm.
Again, going back to what I was saying before, the first one was good because, the Transformers looked realistic, and they looked as, they looked, menacing, for the Decepticons case, peaceful like the Autobots, but then as, the films went on, storytelling went all over the place. The second one was filmed in, really in a rush because of the Hollywood strike in 2008 or something.
Yeah.
And, to me, it could have been, again, that one could have been a lot better, It was all right, it was watchable, but the storytelling, could have been a whole lot better, my opinion anyway.
Well, that's the thing with a movie, is you have to have story, and if the story's not there, well, no matter how good the acting is, and all the music, it's not worth watching.
Yeah, true. To me, in the third one, to me, it was one minute chasing this and 1 minute chasing that. And then by the time I got to the fifth, the fourth one, it was the Autobots being hunted down, and they all of a sudden leave Sam behind or something. Yeah. Then they go make friends with Mark Wahlberg's character, who basically is a guy trying to make a name for himself, and by chance finds Optimus inside a fucking movie theater, right? And use the car battery to revive him. And he's an old mustard truck. He's bakes on a transformer, go, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Putting the fucking files on. It's as if he just had a fucking nightmare and just waking up.
Yeah, well, Mark Wahlberg's always good to watch in movies. He played a movie with The Rock.
Pain and Gain, yeah.
Yeah, Pain and Gain. That was based on a true story.
Oh, yeah?
No, seriously, it was a true story in Miami.
Sure.
And they did fucked up shit in the movie, but it really happened. And The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he looked pretty big.
Dwayne Johnson, he's ripped. Like he's
Shit, yeah.
bulked up massive. Like since his WWE days,
Yeah.
he's bloody bulked. Like he's on board.
He's a fucking legend, Sean.
I know.
You know, I love his work ethic.
Yeah.
You know, but you watch his old wrestling matches with like Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. He looked smaller. He was still big, but now he's got more muscle now.
You remember? I remember his match with John Cena in 2012.
Yeah, that was a good match. He wrestled him twice.
Yeah, like the 2012 one was hyped. Like, was freaking hyped to the max the whole year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, mate, like John Cena and bloody Rock, that would have, you know, that brought the house down. Like, you know what? I remember, like, of that day, we'll actually order it. Like, actually, first time, like, ever order a pay-per-view.
Yeah, you can get it on DVD as well.
And Network.
Yeah.
Like, mate, like, you know what? Like, that WrestleMania was supposed to also be like the end of the Undertaker and Triple H, where they're marketing it.
Yeah, well, it all came down to marketing and hyping it up. Was that the 2012 one? That's when Cena lost, did he?
Yeah. Apparently, they were going to turn him heel the night after.
John Cena should have gone back to being a heel, to be honest.
I reckon they should have gone down the road. Like,
yeah.
They were going to go, look, turn him heel the night after WrestleMania, make him snap. Just make him go lash out, say, you guys booed me the entire time, despite me doing shit for you people, and this is the place I fucking get.
Yeah, well, I think he was about to turn heel, but I don't know, like, you know, the whole WWE, you know, was PG, you know, and, yeah, I mean, when Dwayne Johnson came back, I mean, that made the show really good, but then it's just dry. I mean, you still got veteran like Randy Orton, he's still wrestling.
Randy Orton's still going, surprisingly, bloody hell.
I know, he's been wrestling since I was a kid.
Look, right now he's involved with feud with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
You know that?
I don't know, though. I haven't been keeping up to date with it, but I occasionally, you know, do a quick YouTube of Randy Orton and, you know, see what he's doing.
That's how I watch WWE. I just watch YouTube because that's enough to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, well, I don't even watch it, mate, because it's crap.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't watch full shows, but I can watch YouTube clips and read up. That's why I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you know Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
He turned heel this year.
Oh, finally.
He turned heel. He's with Paul Heyman.
You know, but, you know, like, you got Chris Jericho. He's in that band, Fozzy.
Yeah.
And he's got that really good song called Judas, and he comes out with that entrance music, and like All Elite Wrestling, that's the stuff to watch, because that's actual wrestling, not fart assing around in the ring. Cause
yeah, well, I watch that sometimes. Like, I don't even watch All Elite. I just don't watch wrestling.
Yeah,
as much.
Because I find if I watch a WWE pay-per-view, I go to sleep. Because it's just not engaging anymore. It's just boring. I know what's going to happen in the storyline. I know it's all scripted. Because before, you know, in the I think it was when Eddie Guerrero was there, I think they had more. It was more improvised. They had wrestlers had more freedom. But I just feel that I think Vince McMahon is just wanted a PG show, and then it's just dry. It's crap.
NXT, right? A lot of people saying most of wrestlers come from NXT, right?
Yeah,
Getting straight on the main roster because it's structured like this. Vince McMahon runs the main roster.
yeah,
Triple H runs NXT,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And apparently he's getting shit from Vince McMahon as well because what? Some wrestlers, they're going on NXT,
Yeah.
but they're going to the main roster, their body, God knows what the fuck happens to them.
Well, there's a lot of politics. I mean, NXT. I've watched some clips of NXT, and they're quite talented in that actually to watch. And it's a smaller crowd too. I actually like watching wrestling in the smaller venues for some reason.
Like, you watch a clip of Raw and SmackDown back in what, 2000, like the early 2000s. I mean, people into it, there was no holds barred back then. But then, like,
Yeah,
to me, it's like as if when Eddie Guerrero died,
I know.
he took something from it,
That was sad.
He died with you.
And then Chris Benoit as well. What happened? I mean, that was shocking.
Those two guys,
Yeah,
besides like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista,
yeah,
Ric Flair,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Those two guys helped carry the company.
Well, they did, especially with Evolution.
And look at Undertaker and Kane. Like,
I know. I remember when Kane he used to wear the mask, and he was the big red machine. He was Kane, but then, as he got to the end of his career, WWE made him soft, and it just wasn't the same. And the Big Show as well. I remember
he's intimidating. Look at him.
Yeah, he used to weigh 500 pounds. That guy did.
But look, he lost weight.
Yeah.
I think he had to. I think he weighed too much.
Yeah, but he was strong.
Yeah.
And Brock.
Watching one episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Right. Of Raw. Right. And there's like what? 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And remember when Kane was dressed in that suit?
The corporate Kane.
Corporate Kane, yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that actually.
Right. My older sister, right, was at mine at the time.
Yeah.
And she was looking after, my older sister was at my house right at the time, and we were watching it. And she asked, "Is that Kane?" I said, "Yeah, right." And she said, "Why the fuck's he wearing a suit?"
Oh, for fuck's sakes, are you serious?
That's what my sister said. "Why the fuck's he wearing a suit?"
Oh, God.
He shouldn't be wearing a fucking suit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with
yeah. Why the fuck's he wearing a suit?
Yeah, I don't know why WWE just wants to bury talent and spit them out like Bret Hart as well,
He got ripped off in Montreal.
Yeah, that was... I don't know what to say, Sean. I don't. I mean, you look at All Elite, they got Taz. Remember Taz?
Yeah, SmackDown commentator, ECW wrestler.
He's fucking awesome. Yeah, they got him on All Elite Wrestling. Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, Chris Jericho from Fozzy.
Kenny Omega?
Yeah, Kenny Omega, he's a good wrestler.
Apparently they can go to Impact as well.
Are you serious?
Well, apparently I read on Instagram that Kenny Omega's going to Impact.
Oh, shit. But then, what was weird during the 2020 pandemic, Matt Hardy came to All Elite.
Yeah.
And now, Sting is on AEW now.
Yeah, Sting. Holy shit.
I know, he's a legend. He was in TNA.
In WCW.
Yeah.
Like...
How old is that guy?
I don't know. It could be as old as my dad.
Let me Google that right now.
I remember watching the WrestleMania 31 match with Triple H. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was basically they're fighting DX come out, and then the NWO come out.
Guess how old Sting is?
Oh, what,
61 years old.
61?
Yeah.
So he's as old as, this is what, really older than my dad.
Yeah. And he's I don't know how that guy's body is still able to wrestle.
Yeah.
Because I think the AEW roster, they wrestle on a part-time schedule by the sound of it. That's probably why they're able to pull off some good shit in the ring. You know, not wrestling 5 nights a week. I don't know that, Sean. You don't quote me on that, but that's just my guess. I mean, you look at TNA when Kurt Angle was wrestling. He had some really good matches on TNA.
Yeah, look, you know what? That's what I noticed. A lot of WWE wrestlers went to TNA around like the later 2000s. Like after Eddie Guerrero and Christian White died, they just all buggered off to TNA.
Yeah. And you know, John Cena in 2005 released his album and his music videos. Remember that?
Yeah, like Cena, what? 2005, that's when he started to kick off. He was a big star.
Yeah.
Started to kick off, you know, bloody winning the WWE Championship, the world title. Like, mate, look, those two guys were the faces of the company for the next, few years. They groomed them to be the next faces of the company for a few years.
Well, you remember CM Punk?
Punk, yeah.
I think he's retired, but there was one WrestleMania where the actual band played his song live, Cult of Personality. No, that was good to see that live, and Randy Orton had his music played live too from a band. But John Cena, I mean, and he was doing these music videos that were rap based as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember John Cena in his prime. I actually remember him, I think it was 2000s when he started the whole, you know, that chain gang phase.
Yeah.
And he'd wear that padlock around his neck.
And spinner belt.
Yeah, and he brought the US title spinner belt out too. Those were the good old days of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. Anything else the fans can hear about what you're doing, Sean?
Well, like, at the moment, I'm just besides I've done already, you know, like, I love to vote. You know, like, I can't play remember I'm playing, like, this Pokemon game on the Switch called Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah.
And what it is, your character's like turned to a Pokemon, and he forms like a rescue team to help Pokemon in trouble.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it, like, when your Pokemon gets tired, right, it says it needs food, its HP will go down. And like, you don't give it food, its HP will start to go down. I'm saying you're fucking dead. You know? Yes, you're hungry, but you don't need to bloody go emo beat the living shit out of yourself.
Oh, God. Pokemon. I remember Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
You remember you used to play Pokemon on the Game Boy, and you had to catch Pokemon, and you'd walk around with a Pokeball and have a battle, and you had Pikachu. That's how old I remember Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Yeah. Same, mate. Look, I used to play all the Pokemon games on, you know, on Game Boy as well. Like, you know, on the Switch, you know, it's like, it's today it's like 5 Pokemon games on the Switch. Like Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, Eevee, Pokemon Tournament DX, Mystery Dungeon, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Actually, sorry, 6, yeah. 6 Pokemon games. I mean, that franchise, besides Mario, has carried Nintendo, you know?
Yeah, well, they're still going now. Like, on the App Store, I play Mario Kart, and What's that Mario game where you could jump and you could, hang on, I'll look it up now. Mario Run. And Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you play? You remember that Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
That was good, and surprisingly, these games are still going today.
Yeah, they are. I mean, there's a new Mario game, right? A new Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
And what it is, if you buy a Mario Kart,
yeah,
right, and you can control it by your Nintendo Switch,
yeah,
it goes around your home, you know.
Shit.
It's a hit among the little ones, you know. It's a little hit.
Mm.
You know, it's like you see it, like you put it on it's like as you're controlling. It's basically a remote control car by your Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sean, thanks for coming back on the podcast again. It was good to have you today. Where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or, LinkedIn, Facebook.
Sweet. Alright guys, thanks for listening to today's show. You can check my work out on YouTube, my latest music video, Judas, and I've got one called Death and Life on YouTube, and my latest and greatest single, Apocalypse, on Spotify. Check this podcast out. Turn on those notifications so you get notified of the show. Subscribe to it, share it with your friends. See you later.
Has it been a while since you flipped that thermostat from heat to cool? Turn to the experts at Griffith Energy Services before you do for an $88 AC start and check to make sure your AC is in tip-top shape. Griffith specializes in Carrier, but services all brands. Visit GriffithEnergyServices.com today. Your local Carrier expert. That's GriffithEnergyServices.com. License number MD-HVACR 01-2278.
Griffith Energy Services. Doggone dependable.
Hike the trail? Check. Order takeout? Check. Schedule heart checkup? Done. We've all adapted to a new way of living. Keep your healthcare on schedule with Johns Hopkins Medicine, where your health and safety are our highest priorities. We're ready to care for you through virtual and in-person visits across Maryland and the greater Washington region. Your health, our experts, safely caring for you. Schedule your care now. Learn more at hopkinsmedicine.org/safe.